Again, another puzzle. That solution that you saw there, that is the same every time. It is not random. Ooh. That skinny blue guy. Kinda got him. So this is actually another spot where we actually take some death abuse here. So use the one key to open the door, as he did there. Grab the other key. Gonna use the second key to open the door that leads to the next room. Kill himself. Use a grapple hook to get across to grab a third key. Kill himself again. And then go back to the room, grab the other hook shot. Go back through the room, and now here we are. Where we're just waiting on this little platform here. So yes, definitely in this stage, as you just saw, and of course the last stage. These are the two stages where you really use up a lot of lives. So it's really nice that if you can pick up an extra life or two, sort of here and there. It definitely helps. Speaking of sort of lives and hearts that you see Moo has here, so there's a chance that you can get like fruit or gems. So there's two different kinds of fruit. There's cherries and bananas. Cherries give you 1 heart, bananas give you 2 hearts. Red diamond gives you extra life, blue diamond gives you continue. And if you have hearts, you can take a hit without dying. But keep in mind that if you do get hit, you do lose all of your hearts, not just 1. So here we are, the third boss. These are the blue and red skeletons here. So what Moo is going to do here is kill off the blue one first, and there's actually a couple reasons why you kill off the blue one first. One, the blue one only throws 2 bones at a time, as opposed to the red one, where he throws 3 bones. And 2, blue skeleton's bones actually bounce off the wall several times before they eventually land and you're able to pick them up. Whereas the red skeleton's bones, they sort of, land relatively where you are, and you're able to pick them up really quickly. Also, the gimmick here with this boss is that once they get down to about half health, then they have a chance to take off their head and throw it at you, and your head sort of homes in towards you. So there we go, Moo taking care of the third boss, and now we're into the cave here. So these are sort of considered the lost caves, and we'll explain, but you might see some similar looking rooms coming up. So these skinny red guys right here, interesting enough, they can actually catch your barrels if you throw one at them. So now we got some ice physics here. So we got 2 rooms with ice physics. So here's the first one, very simple puzzle. And here's the second one, where you just try to throw a barrel at that one red guy and hope he doesn't catch it. And that is all the ice physics we are dealing with. Okay, so here we are. So we actually saw this room before, and no, the programmers of this game did not get lazy and just copy paste rooms. What the same rooms are supposed to simulate is you essentially get lost in the caves, but of course we're speedrunners, we just knew where to go anyway, so I mean, it doesn't even matter. You also saw there that there was 2 different paths to take. we take the path going up over the path going to the right. The path going up is actually overall faster because there's actually one room on the path to the right that actually takes a really, really long time. And it's actually because of that one room that the path going up ends up being faster overall. The path to the right also has a bell that you pick up and get for one of the rooms on the right side, but we will not be needing that, and quite honestly, we don't really need it. So again, here's another one of these similar rooms that we saw before. One trip on the minecart. And it's actually this room where the two different routes merge. Okay, so here our Moon's gonna set up a death abuse here to save from walking all the way around to the upper door. And now we have a puzzle sort of in the dark here. We have to move all these blocks over to the spots that are marked with stars. Now, casual playthrough this could be tricky since you don't know really what you see in here. You can also get an item called a candle, where that little circle kind of makes it bigger so you can kind of see a little bit more in dark rooms. So here is the other sort of really awful room in the speedrun here. This room. But Moo gets through it like a champ. And yeah, that's the other, like, potentially really bad RNG sort of room, but by sort of kicking that first star block up to the right, you kind of manipulate a lot of the enemies to sort of move where you want them to go. So usually it's only one enemy that tends to be a problem sometimes. So now here's the room before the boss, so you see Moo trying to manipulate some of the enemies to sort of group up into one spot so you can throw a bunch of barrels really, really quick. This room is actually really tough with Max, because Max has to hit each of the four enemies twice to kill them off, whereas Goofy only needs to throw one barrel at them. Alright, so here we are, the fourth boss. These are the red and green rumblers. This is sort of your auto-scroller resident sleeper boss here. So the first four hits here, only one of the rumblers are going to come out, and they alternate colors between green and red. Now, after 4 hits, both of them are going to start coming out at the same time. So what Moon is going to try to do here is, when the rumblers come out both at the same time, he's going to try to alternate which rumbler he hits. Because as the rumblers keep getting hit and lose body parts, they actually start moving a little bit faster. So really the only way to speed up this fight is, one, hit the rumblers as soon as they kind of keep out of the hole, but also switch between which rumbler you hit, so that, you know, the one that's moving faster sort of exits the room, you know, as soon as possible, and you can get more of these little stone thingies to pick up and chuck at them. This is also another one of those bosses that really shows you why this game was made for co-op. Because in the co-op run, what you would do is you have one player be set in one of the corners, and you have the other player stand in the opposite corner, so you cover all the different paths that the rumblers can take. And yeah, this fight is just so much faster co-op. Looks like that Rumbler's got one more hit. Who has not missed a shot yet. And there we go. That is pretty much textbook right there for the most part. The important thing about the Rumbler's fight is you don't want to miss any shots, otherwise that's basically a cycle waste and a whole bunch of time lost. But here we are at stage 5. We are on the pirate ship, and basically for those who don't know what the storyline is, Goofy and Max's neighbors Pete and PJ, they go on this vacation together. Also, this cool little skip here kind of pushes block 1 down, kind of cheese the puzzle a little bit. I'm just gonna try to damage boost through, hit that switch, got it. But yes, the storyline here is that neighbors PJ, they go on this vacation, and then Pete and PJ, they get kidnapped by these pirates, and so Goofy and Max have to go out and save their neighbors from the pirates. Also, this little cannon room can also be really, really bad for RNG. But Moo able to take care of it very nicely. Ooh, very nicely done. That room can be tricky because you have the bell, which helps sort of manipulate the green guys to sort of come towards the edge so you can throw barrels at them. But the RNG aspect for that last room is actually the big red guy. The big red guy does not react to the bell at all. So his movement, not only is it random, it can't be manipulated at all. Okay, so we hit those 2 switches, and now we're gonna go back. Because we actually have to go back sort of over here across the little gap to this room where we need a small key. So again, another very simple puzzle. Doors open, and there we go. We have our small key. So now we gotta do a little bit of backtracking. And we have to go to get through this sort of dark room into the next room where we have to get a hook, where we have to get a grapple hook. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the bell, we're gonna manipulate this guy sort of to get him all the way around here. Get him to push his button, open up the gate, and then we can enter inside, grab ourselves a grapple hook, and then we can leave. That's also the last room in the game where you can actually do a death abuse, where you can use the guy that you used to push a button and sort of save having to walk all the way back. This room right here is actually discovered recently that Max is actually able to perform a skip. Unfortunately, you cannot do it as Goofy. Goofy unfortunately runs too slow. But with Max, what you can do is actually go up to the top, push the start block on the right side, kick it left into the other one, and then by lining up your sub-pixels correctly, you can actually go around that corner without falling, because Max is able to run fast enough to do so, and you can actually skip a little bit. It actually saves a bunch of time. So here are the gas rooms. There's actually a little space between the gas so you can walk along, so... So that room's kind of trivial if you just, you know, walk along a little space. So here we are. We are actually almost at the end of the game here. We just got the cannon room. This cannon room's get through one more puzzle, a few more enemies, and then we are off to the final boss, which is Keelhole Pete. Oh, looks like Moo made a slight mistake with the puzzle. He's gonna try again. Yeah, there you go, Moo. Looks like Moo's got that puzzle figured out. That puzzle, that last puzzle right there, playing it casually for the first time, you are likely gonna have a really hard time figuring out that puzzle. I know myself, I had just a atrocious time trying to figure out that last one. But here we are, final boss, Keelhole Pete. So this boss can either be a pal or just be a real jerk. So as you see doing right here, he's doing a tornado and he's spawning a whole bunch of bombs. This is what you want Pete to do a lot of, is do his little twister and spawn bombs. Like, you can also go up top and spawn a couple minions. Now, while there's at least one minion in play, Pete is actually limited to doing only a few things. He can either shoot his sort of little blunderbuss type of pirate gun. He can either jump to the other side, or he can do a tornado and spawn some bombs. So it looks like what Moo is going to try to do here is sort of keep this one enemy up on screen here, so we have a better chance of Pete doing tornadoes and spawning some bombs to fire back at him. You do have to be careful with bombs, because eventually after a while they will just explode on their own. He was actually doing a fantastic job actually keeping this one minion on here alive. And that is it. Time is coming up very soon. And that is time. Very But yes, I actually never explained the other things that Keelhole Pete can do. So he can also shoot his grappling hook as well. He can do a bunch of things that can just waste a whole bunch of time. But overall, that was actually a very nice final boss. Actually, one of the better ones I've actually seen. So that is very good. So yeah, you can see here, Pete and PJ were about to be fed to the Crocs, but Goofy and Max, we save them time. Instead, we feed Keelhole Pete to the Crocs. And yeah, that is Goof Troop. So very well done to Moony on a fantastic Goofy run. So we're just kind of sitting here going through the end credits. You can actually see sort of all the names of the enemies and bosses, all the characters that are in the game. And eventually, at the end of the credits, we will actually get to see the in-game time. So yes, there is an in-game timer that is going for each stage, and there is an in-game time total at the very end. Now looks like we're seeing all the bosses again. There's just a whole okay, so I'm actually going to take a guess as to what Moo's in-game time is. I am going to guess Moo's in-game time is a 25:52. That is my guess. Everybody in chat, place your bets as to what his in-game time is going to be. Alright, so here we are. End credits. So it looks like about another minute or so we will see the in-game time. And we'll see if I guessed right or not. Alright, here we go. What's the in-game time? Whoa, wait, hold on, wait. 31:05. What happened to the in-game time? What happened? Okay, well, thank you, game. I was way, you made me way off. Well, I guess